Welcome to my channel. Today I will refocus my lens on Agric business in Africa and how investors, talking about you and I, and businessmen and women can benefit from this investment. Well, to inform you, agriculture and agric-based industry has a huge potential in Africa. Yes. And to tell you more, you see, more than 23% of sub-Saharan African GDP comes from Agric. Besides, listen to this. The Agric sector contributed, say, around 10% to South Africa total exports in 2019 at a value of $10.7 billion. Can you imagine that? And agricultural sector also contributes to the GDP of Kenya, Tanzania, Nigeria, Namibia, Mozambique, Senegal, and Ghana, etc. Stay tuned for more. Grab a cuppa and then subscribe. Of course, I mean a cup of tea. Okay, now stay tuned. Let me tell you the potential of this industry and why you should invest now if you don't want to miss the train, so to speak. You see, according to a report, Africa economic performance in the last decade have reached an average growth of, say, 5%. And if you ask me, I say this is remarkable. Why? Listen to this. You see, given several economic and social political factors that is known to be a hindrance to the GDP growth or economic performance of this continent. You see my reason of saying that? I'm talking about GDP. It is also forecast that given the positive development, Africa GDP is expected to increase threefold in 2030. Why am I telling you all this? Stay tuned. Let me break it down. You see, as mentioned earlier in this video, agricultural production is a key relevant economic sector in the African countries. Say over 80% African countries' economics is tied or embedded in this sector. Also because the agribusiness and agrobusiness account for more than 30% of national income in the area of export revenue. Besides, it's also create job for its citizens. Wait, there's more. You see, according to data, Africa has within its geography world's largest reservoir of unused arable land, say more than 60%. And to inform you, urbanization in Africa is presently at 3.7%, meaning it's growing fast and at a fast pace. Okay, now please wait. You need to hear this. Let us look at this report or data if you like. Okay, now, and this was projected, and I think this is Washington Post, March 2013. Can you believe? 2013. It was projected that African farmers and agribusiness could create $1 trillion food market by 2030 if African government can work closely with agribusiness to feed the region's fast-growing urban population. Yes. Okay, now, according to a new World Bank report, that was a report. Besides, according to Growing Africa, another publication or analysis, if you like, unlocking the potential of agribusiness report, Africa food system currently valued at, can you believe this, $313 billion a year from agriculture could triple if government and businesses leaders radically rethink their policies and support to agriculture, farmers and agribusiness, which together account for nearly 50% of African economic activity. And then you see, the report strongly believe in African agricultural business and the potentials embedded in it, therefore suggested that Africa could and should tap into booming market in rice, maize, soybean, sugar, palm oil, biofuel, and feedstock, and emerged as a major exporter of this commodity on the world market. The report also believed that Africa should tap and look into the sector like processed foods and supply domestic market. Just bear with me. Now, okay, perhaps you want to know the relevance of all I've been saying. In that case, stay with me. You see, given the stated statistics, okay, agribusiness holds the key to meeting urban consumers' demand for food, particularly processed food. Therefore, emerging countries will also increase demand for African farm commodities. And consequently, agribusiness and agro business is an enabler that will provide jobs for both big and small farmers and then generate jobs for the populace. So the question is, how do you benefit as an investor from all this? In that case, stay tuned. Let me explain it. You see, one way of looking at it is for those who want to get themselves exposed to wider agricultural sector, making equity investment in crop producers. A good route is to go the ETFs. What am I trying to say? ETFs encompasses several agri sector. So you don't have to pick individual stocks. So now looking at this table, what do we have here? We have the Van Eck Vectors Agribusiness. It's an ETF you can buy. PowerShare DB Agricultural Fund, iPad Bloomberg Coffee, some DEX, then Element Agriculture and Total Return. There are more. Okay, if you want to get exposed to wider agricultural sector, that's one route you could take. However, like I said, there are other ways. Stay tuned. Let me break it down. Now let's look at this. For instance, there are, looking at this, look at what this is. It's a 20 agricultural investment platform in Nigeria. That's one way to go about it. So let us examine how they work. You see, majority of them are crowdfunding platform where people desiring to invest in agricultural projects go to be connected with farmers who need sponsors, right? Other operate like typical investment firm. They mobilize funds from the investing public, invest this fund strictly in agro-based venture and give agri returns to their depositors. And we have different types. We have the growing interest. Then we have crowd invest. This is a member of farm crowd family, which is perhaps the first and most popular agriculture focused fintech startup in Nigeria. CrowdInvest is an impact driven investment platform which connects investors to various sponsorship opportunities, including its patent farm Crowdy. Now I can't read all this. I'm going to leave a link down. You see, there are several platforms you could use to invest. I'm going to leave a link down so you know what is. Now let us examine other government initiative and incentive initiated by, you know what, let me start with country like Ghana. Now you see, Invest Ghana Agriculture Business Opportunity in Ghana Farming. Now look at this platform. It says invest into Ghana agriculture and Ghana farming companies, promote your agricultural or farming products, goods or services. And let me quickly read this to you. Do you want to invest in Ghana agricultural companies? Would you like to promote your company agricultural product or farming services? Or do you want to receive business opportunity in Ghana farming sector? Are you looking for blah 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 blah? You see, there are vast opportunity. These are government initiative. Let me quickly play this to you, and you go and watch it later. Just listen to this gentleman here.
Thank you for visiting our video specifically focused on farming and agriculture in Ghana. During this video, we'll explain how you can get business opportunities or promote your own services in the farming and agriculture sector in Ghana. We can assist you apply for funding or invest into projects in Ghana's agriculture sector. We'll also tell you how you can meet many of the most important agriculture investors in Africa. Whether you're involved in dairy, sugar, coffee, livestock, soya, tea, cocoa, palm oil, cattle, chicken or horticulture.
Okay, now I'm going to pause it. Please go and watch it. I'm going to leave the link down here. Alright, moving on. Let's go to Kenya. Government investment opportunities in Kenya agricultural sector. Investment opportunities abound in the agricultural sector. Investors have the option of investing in agricultural support services, production and processing. We have seed production, manufacture of sprayers and pesticides. Then production for both local consumption and export. Various type of beans, agro processing. And then if you go down, you see the rules and regulation. Pretty straightforward. Now, lastly, let's have a look at Kenya. Why invest in Kenya? Pretty good question. Now, first thing you must know is this. They have highlighted why you should invest in Kenya. Peace and political stability, which is key to economic success. Plenty of natural resources, high growth potential, public-private partnership, export processing and special economic zone. And then looking at this, government give priority areas of investment. Look, let me read this to you. Agriculture sector with annual growth rate of 6% account for nearly half of national GDP contribution, 70% of rural household income and absorb 80% of entire workforce. Now, go through this, like I said, I'm going to leave the link down. There are several initiatives and incentives provided by government. So what are you waiting for? Okay now. Okay. Here come the best part. Subscribe, like, and comment. Remember, the goal is to generate wealth, build companies, and then create jobs. Bye now. See you soon.